Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Mm. Wow, I sure hope you're having a fantastic morning. Tell you what, guys, today is a really special day for our entire community. Today celebrates the 1 year anniversary that we started this channel all together. And it is so amazing. I'll tell you what, it's really had a huge impact on Judy and I in our lives. Just being able to kind of reach out and meet so many fantastic people, and the community has been absolutely fabulous. I'll tell you what, you guys are the best community in all of crypto, in my estimation, and that is no flattery. I've really seen it. I've seen it how you've supported us through some really tough times. I've also seen it how you interact with one another. It's been really amazing, I'll tell you what. And it's been our great pleasure to be able to do it. You know, when we started this channel, the whole purpose and goal was just to get the information out there and share with people what is really going on. In fact, the very first video, I believe, when we titled it, it was Prepare for Life-Changing Wealth. A 38-minute video. At that time, I didn't realize that the algorithm punished you if you went over 12 minutes on a video. But needless to say, 38-minute video, and it's the very first one that we put out, where it really describes what blockchain is, all this kind of stuff, and how we're so manipulated in this market. And if you haven't seen it, you might want to go back and really take a look at that, because there's a lot of fabulous information in that video. Now, having said that, Judy has said, hey, sometimes I can get a little bit too technical or this or that or whatever. And she was thinking she might like to come out and do a video explaining, what XRP is and the benefits and how being invested in it can really change a person's life, but from, maybe more of a real, basic level, so that, you can share that with your spouses or friends. Now, if you guys, she asked me to ask you if that's something you guys would like her to do, then just put some comments down in there, put some likes out in there, and whatever. And you know what? She will do it. She said she'll do that. So that would be absolutely fabulous, I'll tell you. Now, having said all that, the articles that I was reading today, and this main one comes out of Scotland. And in Scotland right now, what they're talking about, well, I guess the UK, there's a labor minister out there, and this guy is talking about, hey, if the Labor Party wins the next big election kind of thing, that what they want to do is stop oil production out in, in the north and in Scotland in there. And, the people are like, have you lost your mind? I mean, we're already hurting for jobs. Now you're going to come out there and you're going to kill these jobs just to meet, some of these agendas. And the reality is this, guys, look, the world hasn't yet fully been able to transition into a lot of this new technology where fossil fuels wouldn't be a part of it. And the real big deal that I get out of this is when these people are all pushing against all this kind of stuff, new production of oil and things like that, it doesn't affect them, does it? I mean, we're talking about people where their needs are going to be met regardless, right? They're not the ones going out there and paying buku bucks per liter of petrol and stuff like that. And it's almost absolute hypocrisy when you see them flying around in all of their jets to go to all of these conventions around the world and stuff like that, to espouse all of these ideals and then, it doesn't even affect them whatsoever. And, here we have a situation where we're in a major energy crisis. We're in a massive global liquidity crisis. People are really hurting, and yet you're going to stifle that which would keep the actual cost of energy down and even kill jobs at the same time doing it. To me, it just does not make any sense whatsoever. Why didn't you wait until we're kind of out of these major crises and then start looking at innovation and stuff like that? That would be like, having a situation where, we're in a famine, situation, let's say, for food, and then you turn around, what little food you have, you're going to cut your agricultural production, while people are literally starving. It's absolutely insane. The timing is just, to me, it almost spells that, look, they really do want to absolutely hurt people. If that's because you can't look at it any other way, because it makes no common sense. It's totally obscene and insane in my view, anyway. But that's what it's like. These people are so out of touch with reality for the common folk. It really, really, bears questioning. Like, what there should be some major recalls with some of these guys. I'll tell you what, because they're just that out of touch. That's at least how I feel about it. Now, having another article that I was reading, kind of relating to the struggle that people are having just to make it. Well, apparently in the eastern seaboard of the United States, there's a major grocery chain called Giant Foods, and they are absolutely now having to shutter stores and cut back big time. And you know why, guys? Because of theft. People are out there stealing food in a big, big way. And I guess the big items are soaps, like, Dove soap, shampoos, things like that, roasts, shellfish, stuff like that. People are absolutely out there stealing food, and it's really affecting the bottom line of this major grocery chain to the point where they're going to say, hey, look, we can't take this anymore, and now we're going to start shuttering stores. And guys, that speaks volume. When you got people out there having to steal food just to feed their families and things like that, because look, these aren't people that are just, grabbing a roast beef and, selling it on the corner down the road there. No, these are families that can't make it and have literally got to their wits' end to the point where that's what they've done. They've had to, go in there and steal food just to make it. And it seems it's heartbreaking when you see an economy go down that road. And look at all the stores that are saying they're having to shutter due to all this theft. Guys, when people lose it all, they lose it, don't they? That's when you see desperation. Now, yeah, there are people who are going to take advantage of the situation, who have no integrity whatsoever, no matter what the circumstances, and, are actual just thieves, and will just take what opportunity that they can, to steal and stuff like that. But there are other people who are feeling like they're being forced into these situations, and they're being pushed to the point where, they have to steal Lunchables just so their kids can have meals and things like that. That is just absolutely heartbreaking. And we've got to really take a deep, long look at what's going on. And then you got these people over here who are making this monetary policy with impunity, just like it doesn't even matter what the consequences are. I mean, you got Janet Yellen out there saying, oh, well, we're not really in a recession. Really, Janet? Have you been out there to the grocery store to buy your own groceries? Have you stopped at the gas barn to fill up your own vehicles? Have you actually missed any meals, or have your utilities, been cut off because you had to make a choice between buying food or paying the light bill? I highly doubt it. I think you're so far out of touch that you don't even realize what a recession truly is. And you're just all for political points. Now, having said that, guys, it is so easy to not feel like you're in an economic pinch when you're just going into debt more and more and more and more. Think about folks, drop a line of credit on your house, let's say. Now you got all this liquidity, and you got $150,000, $200,000 that you can kind of borrow against and stuff like that. And you're living the lifestyle, things have slowed down, but you're going to use your line of credit. What happens when you max that sucker out and it comes time to pay it all back? And now you don't really have it. Well, we aren't like, the Federal Reserve. We're not like the government. We got to just turn on the taps. We just can't vote in a new debt limit, because, hey, we have an absolute guaranteed lender, which is the Federal Reserve. We don't have those accesses. And guys, think of this, $4 trillion. That is off the rails, man. And that is only from now until after the 2024 election. $4 trillion. That is phenomenal. And of course, you got that kind of money. Well, it doesn't feel like you're having any problems, does it? But all you're doing is just kicking the can down the road and just building more and more debt. It's a recipe for absolute disaster, and a payday is coming. You can bet your last XRP that a payday is coming, I'm telling you. And when it does, the hurt is going to be so severe. Now, I think for a lot of folks that aren't aware, it's going to be really bad. For those of us that have kind of seen the handwriting on that proverbial wall and have taken some time to, maybe do some preps, have a little bit of extra around the house, stuff like that, maybe a little cash set aside, but also got into this digital asset space and actually preserving our wealth for down the road because we can kind of see what's coming, then I think folks in this position and what we're doing now, even a little can turn out to be a tremendous amount. Do not despise dollar cost averaging and putting in small bits now, because I'm telling you, even those small bits down the road could be absolutely amazing. It is something else that what is about to happen. And most folks, like I say, guys, they are completely oblivious to it. And hey, that's why we started this channel, right? So that we could kind of make other folks aware and share the life-changing experiences that we had, giving people the information so that they have it in their toolbox and they can make their own personal choice with that information, how they want to proceed and perhaps experience that life-changing wealth for themselves. Well, guys, I'll tell you what, I sure hope you're having a fantastic day. Remember, let me know, let Judy know whether or not you want her to do that video there. And I'll tell you, I really want to celebrate you guys. You have been absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much for building this community with us. And really, it's been a big deal. I can't wait to see what happens in this next year. So guys, until later on today, when we have a fantastic video for you, have a great one and take care.